You ever look at something you bought and think, why did I spend $179 on a lamp shaped like a pineapple that I don't even turn on? Yep, you're not alone. We humans have this weird little habit of blowing serious money on things we don't need, don't use, and sometimes don't even like just because they're expensive. We're talking $300 hoodies, $2,000 phones that we use to scroll memes, and skincare products made from crushed moon dust that promise eternal youth, but just sit unopened in your drawer. Why do we do it? Welcome to the financial fever dream we call modern consumerism. Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why your wallet is crying and your closet is full. Hi, I'm Joseph, part-time money nerd, full-time victim of 3 a.m. impulse purchases. And today we're diving deep into the psychology of why we love buying expensive stuff we absolutely do not need. No spreadsheets, no boring economics lecture, just pure, unfiltered, financially irresponsible truths served with extra sarcasm. If you've ever treated yourself straight into overdraft, you're in the right place. Let's jump in. The ego hit, we buy status. Let's be real, sometimes we don't buy things because we need them. We buy them because we want people to look at us and think, whoa, they've got their life together. That $800 bag, it's not holding your keys, it's holding your identity. It's your way of saying, look at me, I'm not poor, I'm premium. Welcome to the ego economy, where half of our purchases are less about functionality and more about flexing. Psychologists call it conspicuous consumption. I call it the financial version of peacocking. It's the reason we'll pay triple for a basic black t-shirt if it has a tiny logo on the chest. Same cotton, same stitching, but now it whispers, I'm better than you. Even if no one else notices, you notice, and your ego does a little backflip of validation. It's that instant dopamine hit, that rush of, I'm worth it. Except your bank account disagrees. And the worst part, the high fades faster than your motivation to meal prep, but the bill lingers. The treat yourself lie. Yes, the sacred mantra of modern spending. I work hard, I deserve this. Also known as financial responsibility can wait. I had a tough week and this $400 pair of noise-canceling headphones will heal me emotionally. Don't get me wrong, self-care is real, rewards are important, but when treating yourself becomes a coping mechanism, you're not rewarding yourself, you're bribing your brain to ignore deeper stress. It's like putting a glitter sticker on a flat tire. It looks fun for a second until the car won't move. That's how emotional spending works. It feels great in the moment, but a week later, you're lying in bed next to a pile of Amazon boxes wondering why your bank app is flashing red and calling you by your full name. Here's the truth. When your financial plan includes buy something shiny every time life is hard, life will suddenly get very hard very often because life is stressful and capitalism is always watching with personalized ads. So maybe skip the $160 sweater you only bought because it had the word cozy in script font. Your future self would like to eat. The luxury trap. If it costs more, it must be better. There's a fun fact. Humans are wired to think that expensive equals better. We see a $200 bottle of wine and go, oh, wow, that must be amazing, even if we can't pronounce what's on the label or taste the difference between that and grape juice in a shoe. Welcome to the luxury trap. It's the psychological shortcut that says, if it costs more, it must be higher quality. Spoiler, that's not always true. That $80 face cream might be the same formula as the $12 one. The $400 jeans, still made in the same factory as your $40 pair, just with extra marketing and a tag that hurts your self-esteem if you don't buy them. We pay more because luxury whispers exclusivity. It tells us this isn't for everyone. It's for people who are special like you, and we eat it up. Because let's face it, we all want to feel special. But what we forget is that real value doesn't always come with a giant price tag. Sometimes it comes with practicality, durability, or just common sense, which, let's be honest, we all temporarily lose the moment we walk into a minimalist Apple store. The identity illusion. We buy who we wish we were. Let's get painfully honest for a second. We don't just buy things, we buy identities. That $120 yoga mat, you didn't buy it for stretching. You bought it for the fantasy version of you who wakes up at 5 a.m., meditates, does sunrise Pilates, and makes smoothies with spirulina and self-respect. We shop for the person we want to be, not the one currently binge-watching shows in pajamas surrounded by delivery boxes and guilt. This is called aspirational spending, where you buy the lifestyle, not the product. You're not buying a planner, You're buying the illusion that you're organized. You're not buying a $300 juicer. You're buying the belief that someday you'll stop eating Pop-Tarts. It's retail therapy with a side of identity crisis. We convince ourselves, if I buy this, I'll become that version of me. But spoiler, you don't become someone new by checking out online. You just become someone who's still the same and now slightly more broke. Social proof and peer pressure. Now let's talk about your favorite influencers. Yes, them, the ones with glowing skin, perfect lighting, and just the right amount of minimalism. They post their casual $1,300 outfit and your brain immediately goes, maybe I need that to be like them. Enter social proof. Monkey see, monkey buy. We don't just buy things to impress strangers, we buy them to fit in with the tribe. Because deep down, we all have high school cafeteria flashbacks where not having the right thing meant eating lunch alone near the janitor's closet. It's psychological survival. Add in peer pressure, like when your friend casually mentions their new smartwatch and suddenly your old one feels like it belongs in a museum, even if you don't need it. Even if you won't use it, even if you still Google how to turn off Bluetooth, you'll consider buying it because everyone else is. And that fear of missing out, it's now called FOMO-induced financial decisions, also known as why I own 3 air fryers. The algorithm made me do it. Now let's blame the real villain, the algorithm. You searched for running shoes one time, and now every single ad reel and YouTube pre-roll thinks you're training for the Olympics. It's not a coincidence. It's data weaponized against your willpower. Social media platforms and shopping apps are not neutral tools. They're 24/7 digital salespeople who know your browsing history, your bedtime, and your emotional weak spots better than your therapist. You didn't need a heated electric blanket for your dog. You just saw it 3 times. It was 40% off, and the dog in the ad was wearing sunglasses. What were you supposed to do? We're all victims of algorithmic persuasion. Your purchases aren't just impulsive, they're strategically engineered. So if you've ever said, I don't know why I bought this, congratulations, you've been influenced. The final punch, buying fills the void temporarily. Here's the truth we avoid with 2-day shipping. Sometimes we buy things because something feels off. Not because we need a new phone case, but because we're bored or sad or insecure or just feel like life is out of control and buying a new gadget gives us a brief hit of power. It's not about the thing, it's about the feeling it gives us for a moment. Buying fills the void temporarily. It soothes our anxiety, it gives us something to look forward to, it tells us you're doing okay even when we're spiraling inside. But here's the catch. Once the high wears off, we're back where we started, plus shipping fees. And no matter how expensive the thing, it can't fix what's happening in your life, your heart, or your head. So before you buy, pause. Ask yourself, do I want this thing? Or do I just want to feel better? Because one leads to growth. The other leads to a garage full of unopened boxes and a credit card bill that screams. So the next time you feel that itch to buy something expensive and unnecessary, just remember, you're not alone. You're just human, but now you're human with self-awareness. Dangerous combo. If you laughed, cringed, or saw yourself in any of those segments, go ahead and like this video so the algorithm knows I got to you before your shopping cart did. Subscribe for more brutally honest, psychologically accurate financial truth bombs. And in the comments, tell me, what's the most ridiculous expensive thing you ever bought and did you actually use it? Thanks for watching, and remember, buy things you love, not things that are trying to buy your identity. See you in the next one.